Hello everyone, it's Wednesday, January 23rd, and welcome to Wednesday, and welcome to McCALLION Staffing Live. We're just going to hang out here for a couple of minutes to see if some other people are going to come on, but today is going to be a great show. If you remember correctly, last week we had a mock really bad interview. It was horrible. The interview process, everything about that interview. Let me see. She brought in her cell phone. She checked her cell phone. She brought in a drink. She was drinking. She wasn't dressed properly. Today we're going to see how a good interview should go. We're also going to do the hot job listings and some more information on that. So just give it a couple minutes here to see some more people popping on. Let me see, how many people do we have right now? Okay, give them a couple more minutes. I hope you all are having a great week. I hope you all made it through the blizzard of 2018. I hope you all are safe and warm. Again, this is McCALLION Staffing Live, and we're going to be doing a good interview today, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that versus the bad interview that we had last week. Okay, let me see, anybody else popping on right now? So I think we're going to go ahead and move forward with the hot jobs. Right now, this is a listing of everything that is... Now it's live again. Okay, sorry about that, guys. A little bit of a technical difficulty. So I'm going to restart the hot jobs real quick, okay? And then we're going to move on to the good interview. Thank you for joining us at McCALLION Staffing Live. Okay, so we have production laborer in East Norriton, clerical in East Norriton, CNC machinist, CNC operator in Montgomeryville, forklift operator and material handler in Montgomeryville, administrative assistant in Hatfield, assemblers in Montgomeryville, customer service representative in Harleysville, entry-level machine operators in Montgomeryville, general labor Montgomeryville, product support clerk in Montgomeryville, receptionist in Hatfield.
Yeah, it's probably just black.
Okay, guys, we are having some technical difficulties, so bear with us. This has never happened before, so we're going to try to muddle through. So without further delay, we're going to go ahead and move over to the good interview. Very different from... Okay, let's go ahead. Here we go.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Have a seat. So how did you hear about McCALLION?
Well, I'm back on the job market again, and I was just Googling jobs near where I live, and something about staffing agencies came up, so I Googled, staffing agencies near me, and you guys came up.
Okay, just a little bit about McCALLION. This is our 40th year in business. We are family owned.
Okay.
So what types of opportunities would you like us to look for you?
Well, as you can see, my background is in administrative support, so anything along the lines of that, like receptionist, administrative assistant, any of those types of positions.
Okay, and
I'm looking for a minimum of 15. Ideally, I would like something more, but I think 15 is a good place to start.
okay, and from your home in North Wales, what would the maximum commute time look like for you? And keep in mind rush hour traffic.
Yes, I'd be willing to drive around 30 minutes or less.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's talk about your background. I see that you were with ABC Company at some point. Talk to me about that position. I see that you were with ABC Company for a time. Talk to me about that position.
So I was the receptionist, as you can see, so I was just basically the first person that everyone who walked through the door saw. So I would handle greeting visitors, having them meet with whoever they came for the appointment for. I would handle the phones, the schedules, and if we had any conference meetings, for taking the notes.
Okay, and tell me, why did that position end?
Just honestly looking for a better opportunity, better pay, possibly a better commute. Also during that time, I had some personal things to attend to. A family member of mine got sick, so just kind of wanted time to look for something better and tend to their needs.
Okay, and so the gap between September and January, that was all sort of the same kind of thing. So XYZ Company was the next opportunity. Talk to me about that position.
So this is kind of what I was looking for a little bit more. I was their administrative assistant, so I basically did everything I did as a receptionist in my previous opportunity, except I had a little bit more responsibility, mostly working closely with the executives, kind of being in travel arrangements, their scheduling, just the general calendars for a lot of the other managers, and kind of being the middle person between the executive team and all the other staff.
Okay, sounds good. Why did that position end?
Again, I'm just kind of looking for a little bit more growth. I felt, I enjoyed my time there. I'm just looking for something a little bit more, something a little bit more challenging, and just kind of with a little more responsibility.
Okay, gotcha. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so that position ended for you. Let me ask you about your computer experience. Most companies today look for candidates who have Word and Excel. Would you say you're a basic user, intermediate? Where do you feel your skills lie there?
I would say intermediate. Majority of the time during these positions, I was on the computer, handling, different scheduling programs, Outlook, Microsoft Word for, recording minutes for meetings, data entry on Excel, just basic processing invoices and any kind of, clerical projects that I needed to organize for the company.
Okay, sounds great. May I send you a link to do some baseline testing from home?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I will do that. Do you have any questions for me?
I guess the only question I have for you is what makes a successful candidate as far as skill set? The only question I guess I would have for you is, from your perspective, what makes the most successful candidate as far as skill sets are concerned?
Great question. Flexibility, comes to mind right away. You're flexible on your pay rate, your commute distance from your home, our placement radius, which is nice. Your experience as an administrative assistant is also going to help. It's sort of classic administrative assistant experience. Many companies do look for candidates such as yourself. So for us, what will happen today, I'll get all of your information loaded to our database, share an email with our recruiting team introducing you to them, and we'll all begin looking for opportunities for you. It'll just be a matter of time before. Okay, so I'll get your information around to the recruiting team today, and we'll begin matching you with positions. Hopefully something sooner. That would be ideal. Last two questions for you. To a prospective employer, what would you say your greatest strength is?
I'm not afraid to take on new challenges. And kind of as I told you before, I like responsibility. I like trying new things. So new projects don't scare me. So I'm always ready to take something new on.
Nice. And if there is one, a weakness?
I'm a little bit of a perfectionist at times. Sometimes I get a little bit caught up in, even the medial tasks because I take a lot of pride in my work and I want to do it right the first time. But sometimes, you just have to do things and move on. So it's just, that's something I'm working on.
Okay, I understand. All right. Well, thank you for coming in today. Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate your time.
Thanks for your time.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks, so there you have it. First of all, let me apologize. Again, we were having some technical difficulties. I hope you were able to. If you noticed, she shook hands. She had eye contact. She was very thorough in her skill sets and what she wanted. She was very proper, and it was a very good interview. So take notes if you can and compare the two from a bad interview to a good interview, and hopefully this will help you on your next interview. For more information on the hot jobs that we had, as well as getting registered, feel free to. Okay, so for more information on all of the hot jobs, log on to www